Welcome back to our training videos for the Provincial Numeracy Screening Assessment for Kindergarten. And we are just finishing off the counting component in this video, focusing on naming numbers. So just a quick reminder, there are 3 tasks within counting, including rote counting, counting sets, and naming numbers, and you will use just this one scoring sheet for all 3 tasks. You will need one scoring sheet per child. So let's take a look at the components or the materials and administration of the naming numbers task. So of course you will need the teacher instruction sheet that's found in the administration guide. You'll need 1 copy of the pre-cut cards arranged in the order given on the scoring sheet. So of course you're going to need to take a look at that scoring sheet to ensure you have them in the correct order. You will want to administer this individually again, just as you have for the previous 2 tasks. And this one will take approximately 2 to 3 minutes per child to complete. Now what makes this one a little bit different is that you have a little bit of an option with the numbers. Regardless of that, which we'll see in just a moment, you will discontinue testing when the child makes 3 mistakes in a row or 3 consecutive errors. If they self-correct, you can continue going until we see those 3 consecutive errors in a row. And just a reminder, it is critical that those numbers are in the correct order as found on the scoring sheet. And now you probably will have your heart skip a beat, as mine did when I originally saw these numbers. And I'm thinking, but in kindergarten, we focus on numbers within 10. And you, of course, would be correct. Keeping in mind that we have a broad range of learners in our programs, you do have a little bit of leeway in this, in that we know the first 5 numbers fall within expectations for kindergarten. Those are the numbers you would want to focus on. And at that point, once you've passed the number 9, it's time to make some decisions. And you're going to make those decisions based on your learners. So if your children are struggling, you may not decide to use the numbers beyond 9. However, it might provide some really useful information about how children are able to translate numbers outside of that kindergarten knowledge. And so student by student, you'll make that decision as to how far you will go through this naming numbers task. And so when you're ready to begin, you're going to show the child that first card and you'll say, I'm going to show you a number. Tell me what number it is. And so then you show the child the numbers in that order, discontinuing the testing when the child makes 3 consecutive errors. And if the child is struggling, you may choose to discontinue at the point where the numbers go beyond curricular expectations. Record their responses on the scoring sheet. And so here you can see the order in which to present the cards, and this asterisk by the number 12 denotes that point where the numbers go beyond curricular expectations for kindergarten. So now thinking about the scoring, if we're starting with that first card, and it's the numeral 3, you will record the student answer. If they answer it correctly, you will award 1 point. And of course, you will record any observations that you make as you're doing this. You can discontinue testing after 3 consecutive errors and use your professional judgment when looking at the numbers from 12 and beyond. And that brings us to the end of the naming numbers task.